2 years ago, the launch of Chatgpt forced Google to declare a code red. It was the moment Silicon Valley decided that Google was too slow, too old, and too boring to compete in the AI age. But on Monday, December 1st, 2025, the tables turned completely. Sam Altman just sent a memo to OpenAI staff declaring his own code red. He told employees that they are at a critical time and need to immediately improve ChatGPT because they are losing ground to rivals. This isn't just a motivational speech, it's a panic button. Traffic is down, top researchers are quitting, and for the first time in history, ChatGPT is no longer the undisputed king of AI. So, is this the beginning of the end for OpenAI? Or is it just a bump in the road to $500 billion? Let's find out. First, let's look at the numbers that scared Sam Altman. According to data from SimilarWeb, in the 2 weeks since Google launched Gemini 3 and their new viral tool Nano Banana Pro, ChatGPT's traffic has taken a serious hit. Daily active users are down 6%. Now, that might sound like a small number, but for a hypergrowth company priced at perfection, a 6% drop is a disaster. It means users aren't just curious about the competition, they are switching. And the reason? It's not just about intelligence, it's about fun. Google's Nano Banana Pro has taken over the internet. It's the viral, consumer friendly creative tool that's driving millions of downloads. Meanwhile, OpenAI's competitor, Sora, is still throttled and expensive to run. Google is using its massive infrastructure advantage to offer fun, viral AI features for free, while OpenAI is struggling to keep up with the compute costs. The result? Gemini is number one on the App Store and ChatGPT is bleeding users. The traffic drop is terrifying because of one number $500 billion. OpenAI recently hit a valuation of $500 billion, surpassing huge companies like SpaceX. But here is the trap that valuation is built on the assumption that ChatGPT will be the Google of AI, the default tool that everyone uses. OpenAI is currently burning about $8.5 billion a year. To survive, they need to hit $20 billion in annual recurring revenue by the end of this year. But unlike Microsoft or Google, OpenAI relies heavily on consumer subscriptions, that $20 a month you pay for ChatGPT Plus. Consumers are fickle, they have no loyalty. If Gemini is free and better, they cancel ChatGPT in a heartbeat. OpenAI doesn't have an ecosystem like iOS or Android to lock you in. Their moat is shrinking every day. The panic inside OpenAI is also causing chaos in the product roadmap. According to the information, Sam Altman has delayed major initiatives like the advertising platform and their highly anticipated operator agent to focus entirely on fixing ChatGPT or making it the undisputed king it needs to be. This all hands on deck moment signals that the core product is broken or not up to the mark with the fierce competition that there is. And it's hurting morale. We have already seen a massive brain drain this year at OpenAI. Mira Murati, the former CTO, left to start her own company. Top researchers are defecting to Meta and Anthropic. When you declare code red, you are telling your smartest engineers that the ship is taking on water and we need to do something. What we are watching is the classic Empire Strikes Back moment. For 2 years, Google looked like a dinosaur, but they spent that time building the ultimate weapon infrastructure. Google has its own chips, TPUs. They own the data centers, they own the distribution, that is, through Android and Chrome. This allows them to launch products like Gemini 3 and Nano Banana at a scale OpenAI simply cannot afford. They can subsidize the cost of AI to win market share, while OpenAI has to charge you $20 to pay their server bills. The code red proves that Google's strategy is working. They have successfully turned AI into a commodity war, a war where the guy with the biggest servers usually wins. So, is this the end of ChatGPT? No, it's still the most famous AI brand in the world and the one with the most users, and also the one with the most to lose. But the era of OpenAI's dominance seems to be over. They are no longer the only game in town. The next 3 months will determine if OpenAI is the next Google or the next MySpace. The first mover who defined the category only to be crushed by a better, faster rival. Sam Altman knows this, that's why he pushed the button. What do you think? Have you switched to Gemini or are you still sticking with ChatGPT? Let me know in the comments. We'll be back next week with another hot topic from the front lines of global investing. VC10X.